They ain't did nothing but steal song after song for them. But I'll get into that. Let me do that later. Let's talk about it. People don't believe when I tell them things about what goes around comes around, and we seen it in the fashion sense. And, I don't remember us ever wearing no tight ass pants like that. But as far as style, hairstyles, it's like we all eventually don't ever see ourselves being like our parents. Then when we get older, we end up being more like our parents. And then we got the same situation going on with the next generation of kids. And things come to pass and come right back full circle. And this is another scenario. I had written a song for this rapper in Chicago, and what was the name of the rhyme they had changed everything around too. And in the rhyme it says, back in our day, Kwame was our Kanye. I think that's how the line went. Hell, it's been years ago. Many years. And it was like back in the day, our Kanye was Kwame. I think. I think that's how the line went. Well, anyway, that's true. Somebody asked me to emphasize on that because I think I brought it up as a point or something. And what I mean by that is Kwame, when he came out in the sense in the era where it was all gangster rap. Like Kid and Play, they were all in the same bunch, but Kid and Play had something to stand out with. The movie actually took them off and catapulted them to a whole nother level. Where Kwame was 16 years old when he came in, and he was a genius as far as like storyboard writing and story raps and rhyming period, smooth beats. But he was witty to be that young. At 16, he was more like the cross between the Fresh Prince and a Slick Rick type. So you're looking at him with his own style and uniqueness, with his hairstyles, his fade with the faded in blonde. Nobody was really rocking that at all until he had the fake blonde, at the top, the drip in fade, and he brought in these tight like pants, stonewashed jeans with the polka dots, and it was a polka dot life. Everybody started rocking polka dots. Kwame made that universal. And like Biggie said the song, your life is played out like Kwame and the effing polka dots. So, and it was funny because Kwame at the time was really just being himself. He was just trying to stand out and be unique. And him switching the words around and like Only You, the way he would spell his words in his songs, everybody started buying it. You seen dudes wear polka dots and just wasn't for them, because the harder image was just becoming more and more rampant in hip hop. So they actually came up with an idea that maybe it's time that Kwame, take a break. Like, we gonna go in a different direction. We like Kwame and he's funny, but that kind of rap is is not making up right now. We need it to be a little rough and edgy. So his album's nasty and all this other stuff, and it wasn't getting the attention from the radio stations because they felt he had went to a whole nother plateau with his rap music. But what he also did was write and produce songs for like Will Smith and others. And that's what he does now. He makes a ton of money. He did over 30, 40 million records sold right now just from producing. Now, we look at Kanye West. Kanye West was Kwame. Boy genius. Workaholic. Always working on ideas, concepts, rhymes, beats. Now, he come up in another hardcore era where everything was revolving around 50 Cent. 50 Cent's coming out, everybody's afraid to put their work out or believe in their work because the marketing that was so behind 50 Cent was like monstrous. You're looking at about almost $10 to $15 million in marketing going into 50 Cent. Where Kanye only had maybe 500,000. He had no marketing at all. No marketing budget. He became the story. Once he was in the car accident, messed his jaw up, and he still went back in there and spit through the wire because this was his moment. He wasn't going to lose it. To be known as a rapper instead of just a beat maker or producer or tracking beats, he wanted to be known as a rapper or artist because it was in his heart. He had all these ideas that he knew would work if he was just given the opportunity. And that's one thing I respect most about Kanye, even if he became whatever he is today. For what he stood for in the beginning, that Kanye, that's the one that I said, okay, he could probably do something. He wasn't the best rapper in the world, but he knew how to make great songs and good product and good work, and he had great concepts to get them out to the public. And he put out one of the best albums pretty much to drop in a very long time, especially during that era. And the only difference between him and Kwame at that point in time was that Kwame got basically phased out because people didn't want to switch, because even when he switched from the polka dots and started going into his other stuff that he was doing, nobody was really gravitating over to him. Everything was about gangsters and Cali and about, just Dre Day and all this stuff, Death Row, Tupac. Nobody was trying to hear anything that was coming out that was happy. It became the dread music. If you wasn't in the dreadfulness, the happy music wasn't getting any promotion. Herbie screwed a lot of things up in the company, so he was just left out there. So the only thing I would say is the difference is the opportunity. He had the opportunity to be wonderful, to be something great as an artist, but they just didn't get behind him. He had a lot more to give, and we'll just see it through his producing and a lot of his work. Like working with Will Smith and other artists, you can see from his production and writing skills that he had a lot to offer. I still remember when he dropped that line, and everybody just was like, "Ooh!" Just scrunched everybody up. I'm the master of the meta. 4, I'm better. 3 instead of 2, I'm number 1. When he said that, it stopped everything. Everybody's faces when he dropped that line. The master of the meta. 4, I'm better. 3 instead of 2, I'm number 1. I said, oh my God, how old is this guy? Man, that was a day and time, buddy. People be like, "Oh man, that ain't nothing." I heard the lyricist lounge, man. You know, freestyle, man. I heard better stuff in the cipher. Eminem. Oh gosh. Somebody too. Eminem made happy music. He sold. Why is that? Oh man. I gotta get ready to get out of here, fellas. Today's a very special day. So I gotta get out of here. Alright, one.